Hi everyone, so today we're going to be doing a tutorial with a darker inner corner. Starting off with Mario Descu's facial spray, we're just going to sprint this all over the face just to give that face a little bit of moisture, let that air out. For eyes, we will be starting off with MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and we will be using a synthetic brush all over the eyes to help that spread out evenly and also get a thin layer. You don't want to have too much of a thick layer because then it clumps up and it won't be easy to blend out your shadows. To set the primer, we're going into the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette, going in with the color China White, and we're just going to be setting this all over the lid to help us blend out the shadows evenly. Our first transition color will be coming from the Hidden Treasure palette by Dose of Colors, and just admire this beauty. It is fresh, my first time using it, and the pigmentation of this palette is beautiful. For our transition color, we will be using Locket from the Hidden palette, and we're just going to put this directly into the crease and then just blend back and forth until you get the color payoff that you want. You could go ahead and go back into the palette, dip in your brush, tap out the excess, and then just go back in and just keep on blending and blending until you get the color that you want and the build-up that you want. To start the build-up of the inner corner, we are just going to be grabbing Key from the Treasure palette. So placing that only in the front of the crease of your eye and making sure it stays only halfway into the eye. We don't want to bring it out because we want the darkness only to remain in the front of the crease of the eye. We're going to be using windshield wiper motions and a bit of circular motions as well to make sure we get that mix of color well. And we are going to be using a smaller brush, moving on to Vanity from the Beauty Killer palette, directly placing that, making sure you get more of a pigmented color out of that to deepen in the crease. And since we want a more precise, darker color, we're just sticking to windshield wiper motions for this one. I decided to deepen in the outer crease a little bit more just to give it a bit of dimension using the color map. And we're just going to be adding just a tiny bit. You don't want to do it too dark. I just wanted to be able to notice the crease, so that's why I decided to deepen it in just a little bit. Liquid liner, which is the best. It dries to a matte finish, so I just first do the trace of the eyeliner and then I just go ahead and fill it all in. And for primer, we're going to be using the NYX Angel Veil primer. We're just going to grab a little bit of dots here and there and just place it all over the face. I want to mainly focus on pressing it in, not so much just gliding it, because by pressing it, you're kind of filling in all those imperfections. For foundation, we're grabbing the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. It's more like a BB cream. It is perfect right now for the summer because it actually has a 30 SPF. So just by pouring out a little bit on onto my beauty blender, I will place these dots all over my face. And after placing those dots, I would just go straight into just blending out. Make sure you don't want to put too much because I mean it is summertime. You don't want to be too caked up and feel like you're literally melting down. So just blending that out with my beauty blender. I am making sure I have an even layer throughout. I want to make sure I grab a little bit onto my ears just because obviously your foundation is different from your skin tone, so you don't want to make it so obvious that you're wearing so much foundation. So you blend down also to your neck. Make sure everything is blended. Next, for concealer, we're grabbing the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Concealer. I am in medium light, and I'm just going to place this right under my eyes. And I will also be placing it on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my chin. And adding a little bit also on the Cupid's bow to help that pop out a little bit more, and on the sides of my nose, because I personally have rosacea on the sides of my nose, so I want to help cancel that out with a bit of concealer. To help me set everything in, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Using that same damp beauty blender, I will be placing this directly onto the bottom of my eyes because I want to set my eyes first, because it is the first thing that normally creases, so I want to help that not crease. And then I'll just go in with a little bit more and then set the rest of my face with that same translucent powder. For bronzer, I'm using Give Me Sun by MAC, and it is a very warm tone bronzer. I want to look like I just came back from a very relaxing summery day vacation. Just kidding, guys. But I'm just going to place this on my forehead, a little bit on my cheeks, and a bit also on the bottom of my jawline to make me look skinny. And for makeup, I am grabbing the Tarteist Contour Palette. It's the Makeup Shayla X Tarte collaboration, and I am grabbing the shade number 3. It is in steps, so number 3 and number 4 are the contour shades, and I'm grabbing the lightest one, which is number 3, and I'm just directly placing that onto the hollows of my cheeks to make an appearance of more precise dimensioned cheekbones, making me look skinny also. I mean, let's be honest, if it wasn't for contour, I don't know what would be of my life. I would have some pretty round cheeks right now. But we are going to clean that contour up with a little bit of the number 2, the banana looking shade. And we're just going right under that contour just to clean it up, make it very chiseled, clean, sharp. And one more thing about that palette, it is so pigmented, so a little bit will go definitely a long way. And it smells like chocolate. Grabbing a Morphe E46, we are going to be using number 3 again, and I will be using this to contour the edges of my nose to make an appearance of a very slim nose. And with number 2 again, we're just going to grab that and place that down the bridge of the nose to kind of clean that out again. And for lipsticks, we're going in with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics and Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks in Celebrity Skin and Sand. For brows, I'm using the brow powder in dark brown, and I'm just going to skip really quickly through this because I want to give you guys a tutorial on specifically just the brows soon. So stay tuned for that one. And that, ladies and gentlemen, completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys like and subscribe and follow me on my Instagram just in case you guys want to see any other pictures. And I'll see you soon.